Hello, it's Rich Rosen, founder and CEO of Fastcall, and I'm going to talk for a few minutes about putting an active call on hold and transferring calls. So I am logged in here. It's July, by the way, 2020. This is version 6.84, just released in July and now available in the App Exchange. So I'm going to start an outbound call here. And I'm going to answer this call, and then I'm on an active call, and I'm going to start another inbound call into the same user. And you'll see here's the second inbound call. So this is new. I can reject this, but I'm going to answer it. I'm now switching those two calls. So that original outbound call is now on hold and listening to hold music, if you can hear. And I'm now talking to that inbound call. You can see the subject has actually changed. This is my inbound call. I can swap these two, which will now put the inbound call on hold and to put the active call back to active. I can end this call that's on hold. I can end the active call here. So I can say, okay, thank you for calling. I'm going to call you back in a few minutes as soon as I finish up this call. I'll end this call. I don't know, about contract, right? You can say anything you want. And then inbound. And now this call is has been ended, and I can take this call off hold. And now I'm back to that original outbound call and my subject here. So this is my outbound call, right? Outbound call. Okay, so this is new and an area that we've been working on and will continue to work on, and actually still have some more work to do in this area. So we're going to say it doesn't matter. Okay, so then both of these calls were logged. This was actually the inbound and outbound call, both logged. Now I have my settings enabled in the org for a two-way call. So if I come down here and I look under call handling, we do not have the three-way call enabled. So right now, in order to put that call on hold, we are doing this in a way that only supports the two-way call. When we enable the three-way call, we're doing two things. One, we're allowing the ability to listen in to live calls. And when we are listening to live calls, we're enabling that capability for listening to live calls. All of our calls are enabled, are starting as three-way calls, because the manager can come listen to that call at any time. And because they're joining a call at any time, we're allowing a third party, a third leg, to join the call. All of those calls will start as three-way calls. That's how we can allow on demand a manager to listen in. The call transfer works in a similar way. When I enable the warm transfer, I'm enabling the ability to have a third party on the call, which is the warm transfer. And the call starts as a two-leg call, and then when I transfer the call, we're introducing a third leg, and then I can say, hey, Bill, I'm transferring a call to you. There's now three legs on the call, and I'm going to pop back over here and just take a look at what that looks like. And right now, these two capabilities are independent. So I'm not able to have both at the same time. So when I have the ability to transfer a call, a warm call, or listen in, the inbound call and hold features will not be available. So right now, if I try to do what I did a few minutes ago and generate that second inbound call, that second call would go right to voicemail. So if I'm here and start another outbound call. Hello. Okay, so I'm going to answer. So I answered that call, and I'm going to come in here to my call transfer option, and I'm going to see them here. I now have my call transfer options. I can transfer this call to other Fastcall users. I can transfer the call to any other Salesforce users. I can transfer the call to a group of Fastcall users, which if I had 3 users in a group, I could ring those 3 users as you would an inbound ACD. It's basically the same. So if I create a group that said service with an ACD in round robin, I can ring those 3 users one after the other. We have the ability to set specific phone numbers. So for example, if I was always transferring a call to receptionist or a call center, and those phone numbers are added in the application under settings. All of my Salesforce users are here. All of my Fastcall users are here. The difference between a Fastcall user and a Salesforce user, Fastcall user has a license and has the soft phone, this. A Salesforce user can only receive a transferred call on a phone number that is on their Salesforce user record, which is usually an office phone number or could be mobile on that Salesforce user record. So I would transfer that call here. I do have the ability to put a call on hold. So the transfer with a warm transfer does give you the ability to put that call on hold. So I can put the call on hold and transfer and state my greeting, and then when I end the call, the 2 parties are now connected and will continue to talk. So I'm going to end the call there. There we go. So right now these 2 are independent. We are enabling one or the other. We are working to update this so that both are available. We're actually working to update really the way that we manage listen in, because right now listen in, every call starts as a 3-way call because the manager can listen on demand, which has a benefit of allowing the manager to join the call at any time on demand. The disadvantage of that is that every call starts as a 3-way call. We're going to update our listen-in capability at some point so that the manager will be able to listen to the next call, so that the next call starts as a 3-way call. So most calls start as a normal 2-way call, and then when the manager needs to listen, she basically will wait till the next call starts, and that call will start as a 3-way call. Though, again, during that 3-way call, we may have some different functionality because the 2-way call and the 3-way call sometimes give us the different capabilities, different things that we can do. The 3-way call for the warm transfer and the listen in is actually a conference call, and our ability to manage and manipulate that conference call is different than just a regular 2-way call. So there's a setting here for 3-way calls. Right now it's disabled, and then another setting for warm transfer or cold transfer. I can enable a cold transfer with a 2-way call, and that enables me to still transfer the call just without a warm introduction. And just to sort of finish off here, the listen-in functionality is not available right now because the 3-way call is not enabled. So that's just so I wanted to wrap up what's new and sort of what's still in development and what all these settings do. Listen in, 3-way calls, and then that ability to place an active call on hold. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, shoot us an email, and we are excited to hear your feedback.